Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Wednesday. We've got a little bit of news to talk about in the crypto world, which causes this. It's a little red candle right there. And so we're kind of in the red. A few green spots we'll talk about, but most in the red as we had a little dumpage happening and Dogecoin could not hit its support. So we will get into that. Thanks all for joining. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that little subscription button. I certainly appreciate the support. And give the stream a like too. Get it out there so more people can come in and join and learn about cryptocurrencies and keeping it real. That's right. We keep it real on this channel. Talk a lot about Doge, but we also talk about other cryptos as well. We had some news today with the Litecoin Halving. We're going to talk about that. We also have Binance in the news. Little FUD could be. Talk about that, as well as Robinhood not doing so well on the crypto front. And looks like they're making their money off of interest more than anything else, as they showed us something in their books as well. The crypto trading is way down. I think that Robinhood trading will turn around though as soon as Dogecoin starts taking off again, because that's how a lot of us got started in Dogecoin, was on Robinhood, and Robinhood made a ton of money off of that trading in Dogecoin back in 2021, and they want those good times back too. So let me drop down here in the corner and let's take a look at the charts. We'll start there. And here we have the Dogecoin chart at 7.45. So we've got, go back to the 4-hour chart here. This is what we had been watching. It's this upward trend line. And then we broke down below that upward trend line today. And so now what do we look at? So let's take that upward trend line. That is now history. Gone. These were these sort of the higher lows that we've been tracking, and now we are turning around. This is just turning around here. So this is what we would expect to see when we reach the top, is this retracement, and it could continue on down, because right now we're kind of in a retracement period across most of crypto. So Doge is seeing this sort of weakness here, dropping down. We'll be looking at this blue line here, which is 7.5 cents, and whether Doge can get back up over 7.5 cents. That was resistance back here in July. We had 7.5 cents. Finally came above it, retested, and then that was around 25 July. We were trading above. Came back and retested 7.5 here on Monday, and now we've broken below it. So if we zoom in again back to our 15-minute chart, here's the blue line there of 7.5 cents, and we'll see whether Doge can trade back above it and get back up to the 7.7 line, or whether it's going to continue to drop down even lower. Kind of thinking the trend is going to be lower, unfortunately. But you know what we do, right? We buy the dips, right? And that's what we're talking about, because we're looking far ahead, a year or two, where we'll be seeing great gains on crypto trading. We still are kind of more bearish. Yeah, sideways trading, crab market, but also it's not a full bull market. So there's going to be some negative happening. And a lot of talk about Bitcoin and how far Bitcoin could drop as well. Bitcoin's been holding 29K, dipped below briefly. Here's the Bitcoin chart. Dipped below briefly here earlier today. Could come back down below. We'll see tonight how that Bitcoin trading goes. But for Doge, that's what we're looking at, is 7.5 cents. And whether that is resistance. But later on in the show, we will be buying more crypto, because we do a DCA, dollar cost averaging, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We buy more crypto. We are accumulating. Over the next 2 months, we will be accumulating crypto. And the reason I say we're not going to buy it all at once is because the markets could go lower. And if you buy it all now, And because you think it's low, right? Oh, I could buy all this at 7.5 cents, right? Well, what if it goes to 7.3, 7.2, retest 6.9? We could see that with Dogecoin. Bitcoin could drop to 25K. There are some still talking about Bitcoin back down to 15K or 12K. That would be more black swan events, which we could have on the horizon as well, because this is crypto after all, right? This is crypto, and the news of the day determines crypto trading. And sometimes that news is unsubstantiated, sometimes that news is FUD, but sometimes it's real. And when that happens, we could see some more downward price action. So what's going on, guys? Let's see. The music was loud. Yeah, I love that intro music. 774 in 2 days, D says, back up to 7.7. We could see that. We could see this turn around and come right back up to 7.7. We will see. We will see. Right now in the overall, in the US stock market, there are a lot of signs that a weakening in the stock market, and we're going to see the NASDAQ and we're going to see the S&P 500 dropping down multiple percentage points there. So we'll see whether cryptos follow that down, if that indeed is what happens. So in the news, Dogecoin down more than 3% within 24 hours. That's what we were just showing on the charts, that we've got this downward price action here, got the Bollinger Bands all coming down, everything in negative right now for the day. So that's what we see with Doge. But then we also had Litecoin in the news. I want to talk a little bit about Litecoin. And why do we talk about Litecoin? Well, we'll get into that. But here's Litecoin 87.57. And we had the halving. We had the Litecoin halving today. You've heard a lot about Bitcoin halving coming in 2024, maybe around mid-April or so, and a lot of excitement about Bitcoin halving. But Litecoin is also on roughly a 4-year halving cycle. And with that Litecoin halving, you would think, oh, yeah, halving, this is great. Well, it's not really great for miners, because those that have been mining Litecoin are now only getting half the rewards that they were getting this morning. And so for mining, that's not great, right? However, it also helps secure the network. And by securing the network, proof of work cryptocurrencies, by giving out only a half of what you were giving out before, that is deflationary in a sense. And that a lot of people see that as price going up, because not as many coins are coming out into the market on a daily basis. So people see that as a good thing for the price. But as Ben Cohen has shown, and I'll go to Ben here into the cryptoverse. So Ben has this chart here, and I've referred to this before, that in the past, on the Litecoin halving events, usually the month before, there was a run-up in Litecoin, and then it dropped into the halving, and then after the halving, went sideways. That happened in 2015. And then again in 2019, a run-up about a month before the halving, and then dropped into the halving. And in 2019, it actually dropped even further before going sideways. So here we are today. We had a run-up the month before the halving, and now we're seeing that downward trading into the halving. What's going to happen going forward? Well, if it follows history, we could see it dropping a little more. So we will be watching that with the Litecoin chart here. But right now, yeah, it traded down into the halving. And so here's where the halving happened. And now we're going sideways a little bit out of the halving, but it's just been a few hours. So we'll see. But what does that mean, Litecoin halving? So the Litecoin block rewards have now halved to 6.25 LTC, because it was at 12.5, now down to 6.25. And that's going to be good for the next 4 years before we see the next Litecoin halving in 2027. And Charlie Lee, who Satoshi Light, so he is the creator of Litecoin. Yeah, he's been active on social media leading up to the Litecoin halving event. A lot of people don't like Charlie Lee because he sold his bag of Litecoin back in 2017 when Litecoin was up at an all-time high. And it's like, what's he selling all of that Litecoin for? Well, he made a lot of money off of it, but he continued to support the project. And it's like, is Litecoin a dead coin? Not really. Litecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency that just continues to go and go and go. It does have a hard cap, though, and eventually we'll reach that hard cap in another 100+ years from now. Just like Bitcoin will reach its hard cap 100+ years from now. It's just that there's a lot more Litecoins out there. There's over almost 4 times as many Litecoins. About 4 times the number of Litecoins will be made than Bitcoin. So the price is much lower. But Litecoin really hasn't caught on as a currency. Some people thought, well, Litecoin could really be a currency because Bitcoin is the store of value, right? So no one wants to spend their Bitcoin, but people could spend their Litecoin. It just never caught on like that. And that's why Bitcoin Cash was made too, as a fork off of Bitcoin, because they Bitcoin Cash, which was more, the group that made that thought that we'll go back to the original Satoshi white paper of this peer-to-peer digital currency, but it was really a money grab. More than anything else, it was a money grab. It's crypto after all. People are just make these cryptos, for the most part, they're just money grabs. And so that was that. So little history there. But why do we talk about it, particularly with Dogecoin? So why you should care about Litecoin? It is the backbone of Dogecoin. That's right. Litecoin and Dogecoin work together. So Litecoin, which was a blockchain cloned from Bitcoin in 2011, it underwent its key milestone today called the halving. It provides network security to Dogecoin. That's right. So for those that don't know, Litecoin is merge mined with Dogecoin. Likewise, Doge merge mined with Litecoin. So what is that, and what is that about? So some think Litecoin is just a ghost chain, sort of a shell of its former past, but actually, Litecoin did a great thing by providing security to Dogecoin. So back in 2013, when Dogecoin was created and then really started trading big in 2014, Dogecoin's code was not what it is today. It has since been changed. When Dogecoin was initially made, there were a lot more coins being given out as mining rewards, and it was fluctuating in number. I mean, Billy made it so that it was just really a joke, and a lot of people learned how to game the system. So in order to mine at the right times to get those maximum Doge rewards, and so many coins were being given out that Doge was essentially going to run out, because when Doge was initially made, it had a hard cap too. So a lot of people don't know that history, but I talked to Billy Marcus about it a couple of years ago. I had him on a live stream and we chatted about all of this stuff. Billy was having a lot of fun with that. So Litecoin founder Charlie Lee created Litecoin in 2011. He cloned Bitcoin's code. A couple of years later, Litecoin's debut, Billy Marcus, Jackson Palmer created Dogecoin. They did it by cloning Lucky Coin, or Billy did off Lucky Coin, which itself was a clone of Litecoin. There was one more intermediary step, though, that Billy had done between Lucky Coin, and that was Bells. I've talked about that before. All three blockchains, that's Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Dogecoin, are proof of work cryptocurrencies. So miners process transactions, secure the network in exchange for the form of compensation called the block reward. For Bitcoin and Litecoin, the reward is a combination of variable transaction fees and a predetermined subsidy that gets halved every 4 years or so. Dogecoin had a halving schedule originally that was set up that was going to be this crazy thing. Blocks were generating every minute. Rewards were getting halved every 69 days, resulting in block subsidies that rapidly depleted the network's fixed supply, then which was set at $100 billion Dogecoin. Because of that, the network security of Dogecoin went down really quickly. So without a subsidy, transaction fees too low to incentivize miners to stick around to secure the chain, Dogecoin would face a high probability of attack. Dogecoin was built to die quickly, wrote Josh Moland. None of us expected it to grow into the absurd entity that it became in 2014. So the situation was so bad that Dogecoin had to hard fork, making a permanent change to its blockchain to allow the merge mining or auxiliary proof of work with Litecoin. It was essentially a method for miners to provide security to both blockchains at the same time. So, and that was thanks to Charlie Lee. Charlie is really stepped up to help Dogecoin because Dogecoin had a huge community and it was all fun-loving. They were collecting Dogecoin, to give for charity, for all sorts of things. That was all good. It was a good community, and Charlie did not want to see that go away. So, as Charlie Lee said, that was one of the main reasons why they needed to switch on merge mining with Litecoin. Also, one of the reasons why I stuck with Bitcoin's halving schedule. So Charlie Lee stayed with Litecoin with the halving schedule, but Doge got rid of halving, and instead, Doge became permanently inflationary. That's how the Dogecoin code was changed. So Dogecoin would then become safe. So Litecoin essentially provides security for Dogecoin. So we like Litecoin. Plus, we can make money investing in Litecoin too, which we're going to do later on in the stream. We're going to buy some more Litecoin too. We're going to buy some Doge, we're going to buy some Litecoin, and we'll see what else we want to buy. But anyway, little history there, which I thought was very, very interesting, reading about this and sort of Dogecoin's, a little bit of more of Dogecoin's history that I didn't know. So very interesting. So here's Litecoin at 87.3. We had bought some at 88. So we're going to get some Litecoin at a better price here. Doge is down to 742 as Doge is moving down a little bit. So that was the Litecoin. And then the other news today was this. U.S. prosecutors worry Binance charges could cause run on exchange. So what's going on? The United States Department of Justice considering fraud charges against Binance, but they're concerned about the cost to consumers, unlike Gary Gensler and SEC, who doesn't care about consumers. Department of Justice does. Federal prosecutors worried that if they indict Binance, it could cause a run on the exchange similar to the one that befell now bankrupt platform FTX, causing consumers to lose their money and potentially spurring a panic in the crypto markets. Prosecutors are considering other options such as fines, deferred non-prosecution agreements. The outcome would be a compromise holding Binance responsible for alleged criminal behavior while reducing consumer harm. So, thanks, Department of Justice. Now, this was all something we talked about a couple weeks ago, where Binance had originally set up shop here in the United States, but then did not want to meet the regulatory rules of the SEC. And so Binance left the United States. They set up Binance.us, but they were also at the same time supporting the big crypto whales that had been trading on Binance to keep their Binance accounts and use VPNs to keep trading on Binance instead of trading on Binance.us. And there's a lot of history and emails and other documents that supported that. And I think that's why the Department of Justice wants to go after Binance there. I think it's based on that. So that would be bad. I mean, Binance is not in the United States anymore. Binance.us is still there. And if you recall, I used to have a little Binance.us symbol down right here, and I don't have that anymore. I do not support Binance.us anymore, even though it's probably still a perfectly good trading platform. But it's hard to get on and off because they're not doing US dollars anymore. You have to get Tether essentially from somewhere else and transfer it over to Binance.us in order to add new funds to Binance.us. But the liquidity is so low on Binance.us trading right now that it's really hard to buy any quantities of crypto. And there's this thing that's still looming over the head of Binance and whether Binance.us is going to continue to be an entity to buy and sell crypto in the United States. So everything that I had on Binance.us, I had some left. I transferred it all off. Ledger wallet right here. So here's my Ledger symbol here, and I've got a link in the description below for any of you that still don't have a Ledger and you're interested in it. You want to check out the Ledger hardware wallet. This is my Nano S Plus that I use. Use my link below. Check it out. Just take a look at it. This is the least expensive one that I use. I don't use the X. I don't use the newfangled thing, whatever it is. I like the S Plus because it doesn't have Bluetooth. You don't need Bluetooth for a hardware wallet. I mean, the idea of a hardware wallet is you plug it in and you do your business and then you unplug it. What do you need? What do you need Bluetooth for? You don't want Bluetooth. That just opens up another possibility for someone to come in and steal your crypto. You don't want that. So I got everything off of Binance US. I got about $10, $12 of little things there that I couldn't transfer off, and I can't combine it together to enough to make it so it's just like, fine, that's gone. Whatever. But everything else is off of Binance.us that I had, and I no longer support Binance.us because it just I just don't think it's a good trading platform. But we use Coinbase here on this channel for my Kriss DCA portfolio, and we'll be buying more on Coinbase in a little bit. I've got still a big bunch of stuff on Robinhood. I do stock trading and crypto trading, and then on Webull, I still have all my stocks. That's where all my Tesla stock is on Webull. Webull has taken that crypto stuff and moved it over to Webull Pay. I didn't have any crypto left on Webull. I just used that for stock trading. And Webull also has this has its own app here, and here is their app that they have here. So here's their notice: access to crypto trading was transferred to Webull, the Webull Pay app for crypto trading. But here's Tesla here, and I use these charts to follow the trading of my stocks on Webull on this app, and the app is on both desktop and a phone because Webull has really great charts for the phone. So I still support Webull, although crypto buying is now on this Webull Pay app, which I don't use. So, but if you're interested in stock trading on your phone, Webull is really good. I think better than Robinhood. But for many people, Robinhood was their intro to to buying crypto and or stocks, and a lot of people still use Robinhood. So, but Robinhood isn't making enough money on that right now, even though they are offering good interest rates, 4.9% interest rate to be on Robinhood Gold. So I'm on that, and I get the cash that I haven't used to buy anything yet, which isn't a lot. But while I did have cash sitting on the sidelines, I was making good money on just the interest, waiting to deploy that cash to buy stuff. So that's what was going on there. So hashtag pay with Litecoin, Jill. Fellow Binanceans. Yeah. But I don't know what's going to happen with Binance. But I don't trade on Binance because I'm in the United States. I don't use a VPN, so I have no access to Binance, and I'm not using Binance US anymore. So I'm done with Binance. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Hey, Ryan, I thought I lost my Doge on Webull, then found out about the Webull Pay. There you go. Yep. I think they gave quite a few notices about what they were doing with crypto, and that it was over on Webull Pay. But glad you found it, Ryan. Glad you found it. I don't have any more crypto on Webull. I had had sold what I had and put it all in Tesla at the beginning of the year, and I'm way up on my Tesla. So very happy about that. So we're going to buy some crypto. Looks like we're getting a little bit of green here. Not going to quite hit the bottom, but what else are we going to buy? We're going to get some Litecoin. What's XRP doing now? 68.81. It's kind of coming up. So maybe we can wait for another red candle here. Or is this just going to keep going up and we just kind of blew it? We'll see. We just flipped over. Let's see if this comes back down. Does anybody have any coins they want me to take a look at adding to our portfolio? One big coin today was Kaspa, for those that's still hitting an new all-time high. Just happened, 452. But Kaspa doesn't trade on Coinbase, so I can't buy any Kaspa. Plus, I don't know if I'm going to buy Kaspa at its all-time high or not right now. But BitBoy Crypto was on this morning buying Kaspa somewhere down here at 412. So he had, if you had seen him, he was buying here. And so that's good for him. But Kaspa isn't on, it's not on Binance. It's not on Coinbase. You can get on KuCoin and BitGet and some others, and I'm not on those platforms. So I'm not buying any Kaspa right now. I think Kaspa is probably going to see a retrace here coming up. We're not in a bull market, so those that are buying up here at all-time high, they're taking a risk. They think the Kaspa train is going to keep going. I kind of doubt it. Where do we have Jasmy right now? 383. Might get some Jasmy, a little more Jasmy, and we're still down on Matic. Polygon's just been way down lately. 4-hour chart. Look at this. It's just been a slow and steady decline for Polygon, and I don't know why that is. I mean, it still has a lot of use, and I haven't been reading any bad press about Polygon, so I don't know why that is, but we will we'll add to our Matic stash as well. So that's what's going on. Let's look at our portfolio. Here we are at $3,960. So we're down about $40 overall. Yeah, $40. That's 1%. So 1% down overall in our portfolio right now. Not too bad in the middle of this kind of bearish summer that we have right now, which is why I think this is going to kind of continue for the next month and a half or so. So we're dollar cost averaging here just in case some of these take off. We're getting in at low prices, but if the prices continue to go down, we'll continue to buy more and more at lower price. And eventually by, say, the end of September, we might be up to about $10,000 worth of crypto in this account. That's my target, and we'll see how it goes. So let's see how our trading is going here. We wanted to look at Matic, right? Add some Matic. Let's see. Thinking about it. Oh, and Litecoin, right? See how Litecoin is trading right now in Coinbase. Yeah, up a little bit at 87.61. And Matic. Here's Matic. 68.31. All right. $40, time to sell. Yeah, why doesn't it only go up? Yeah, we'll be getting some Doge. We'll be getting some Doge too. So Matic, we're going to buy some Matic. Right now it's at 68.34. And we're going to pick up $50 worth of Matic. So we'll see whether that fills at 68.34. Get about 72 Matic here, if that fills. So we'll see about that. What's going on the charts? I usually go back and forth. Yeah, Matic's in the green, kind of going up a little bit there. So we'll see whether that fills or not. Oh, it filled right there. Boom, we got it. So we got our Matic. All right, now let's go over to Litecoin. 87.61 still, right? Nope. It's now up to 87.73. Yeah, now it's coming back down. Here we go. 87.61. And we're going to get $50 of that. So we'll get that Litecoin. And then Doge, 74.51 on Doge. Last buy was 74.60. $0.0746, and we'll pick up $50 of Doge. Again, we're just DCAing, just buying in at this price. There's our Litecoin just filled. So we got our Litecoin and looking to get our Doge or 40% of it. So it's filling our Doge order. And what else are we going to add? We got one more coin we can add on our DCA portfolio. Let's see what's going on with Jasmine. Jasmine is not moving very much. Low volume on Jasmine. So our price is 0.00384. That's when this is one where you really want to use a limit order. And we're going to get $50 of Jasmine. And that fills 12,900 Jasmine. So there we go. We have just added to our portfolio with some Doge, Matic, Litecoin, and some more Jasmine here. So that'll lift up that Jasmine. Well, actually lowers our average. And so we'll see how Jasmine goes forward. I still think the Japanese are going to pop in and really push Jasmine here coming up. So that's why I got some more Jasmine. So there is our DCA buying crypto for the day. And that'll do it. Hope you all are well. We'll see how this trades. Again, I kind of think that we're going to see this kind of trade down a little more. We could challenge 7.2 cents. We'll see on Doge whether that happens. We'll be back live Friday night and have another live stream. We'll buy some more crypto, see what's going on in the markets then. Probably put a video out on Thursday. Hope you all are well. Hit the likes. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. We're here to make money. Now, I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Again, no, not financial advice, but just showing you what I'm doing. I'm DCAing into these coins, and we're going to see where we are a year from now, a year and a half from now. And then we'll think about selling, because we're waiting for this next bull market. There's a lot of FUD out there right now. There's still negative news in the crypto world, SEC, DOJ, still a lot going on that are just suppressing crypto. And it's going to take a while before we see crypto really take off. So that's what I see right now, accumulating crypto now, showing you what we're doing on this portfolio, while the rest of my coins in my wallets are sitting there just waiting, and I'm not touching them. I'm not swing trading, I'm not shorting, I'm not buying leverage, anything like that. It's just sitting there, buy and hold, and we'll see where we are a year, year and a half from now. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, maybe even 2 years, Ryan. And we'll see April of 2025. That might be the time where we start thinking about, okay, let's see how things are going. And I know it's hard for people to think like that when you can maybe put a bunch of money into some meme coin, meme token, right, and have it take off in a week and make money. That is not crypto trading to me. That's gambling, and you don't know what you're getting into then. So, but yeah, with Doge too, we don't know what's going to happen with Elon and the X app, formerly known as Twitter, and a lot of talk about payments. And today it was tipping, and Elon has a team that's working on tipping on the X app for content creators outside of the big ones who are getting money from subscriptions and for an ad revenue. If some smaller user on the X app makes a great post that goes viral, people can tip that creator. That would be awesome. So Elon's got a team working on that. That's what he said today. So that'll be great. Now, will Dogecoin be part of that? We'll see. We will see. All right, gang. Again, hope you all are well. Hope you have a good evening. And again, I'll be watching the markets. Follow me on Twitter. Kriss Pax is my profile on Twitter, or X app now. So do follow me there. And we're on this journey together, guys. And we're going to make money. Just know we're going to make money. So hope you all are well again. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.